everyone, it's Tiani here for PETA, and I'm back with another video celebrating World Vegan Month. Today I'm going to be putting together this fall-inspired makeup look using only vegan and cruelty-free makeup products. So let's get started. So we're going to start off this look. I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. This one is by the brand Pacifica. It's their Alight Clean Foundation, and it's 100% vegan and cruelty-free, of course. And I'm in the color neutral medium if you guys are interested. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply it with a damp sponge. Figuring out which makeup brands are vegan and cruelty-free can be a little bit tricky sometimes, which is why PETA's Beauty Without Bunnies database is super helpful. You can search for specific companies to see if they pass PETA's cruelty-free requirements, and there are actually 4,300 companies listed on there. We have the database linked in the comment section below, so go ahead and head on over there after you watch this video to see if the products you're using are vegan and cruelty-free. Alright, so it looks like my foundation is just about blended. Next, we're going to go in with concealer. So many of you might have heard of this concealer already. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's a crowd favorite, and of course it's vegan and cruelty-free. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this concealer under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, kind of where I want to highlight, so like in between my eyebrows, top of the lip, and I'm also going to cover any blemishes I might have. Just like that. And when I bought this concealer online, it actually came with a little sponge, so it's perfect for getting right underneath the eyes and concealing those bags. Okay, so it looks like my concealer is just about blended in. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and set your makeup. Today I'm going to be using another Tarte product. It's their Shape Tape Setting Powder. So it's by the same line, and it actually comes with a little powder puff guy, so I'm just going to use that to set wherever I placed my concealer. So that's under the eyes, eyelids, forehead, any place that you would normally get a little bit shiny. We'll just mattify that. Now we have our base on. As you can see, I'm a huge fan of Tarte products for my face. I think they're really high quality, and you know, my skin doesn't react badly to them. So of course, we'll be using another Tarte product. It comes in this cute little shiny sparkly case. I don't know if they still do that, but basically it's this really cute palette that has a bronzer, highlighter, and 3 blushes. So it was actually a great deal. I'm going to start by warming up my complexion with a little bit of bronzer on the face. An easy way to do this is to draw a 3 and an E on your face like that. So you want to go around the perimeter of the forehead, along the cheekbones, and the jawline. So I'm just gonna dip into this bronzer right here. You can see I really like it. I hit the pan already. I love the company Tarte because all of their products are cruelty-free and most of them are vegan. And by shopping cruelty-free and vegan, you're saving rabbits, mice, guinea pigs, rats, and other animals from a lifetime of suffering through painful experiments and living in tiny cages and eventually being killed. So you don't want to support that. Buy vegan and cruelty-free. Okay, so that bronzer is looking pretty good. I do like to contour my nose a little bit, and the way that I do that is I dip my brush into my bronzer and I kind of squeeze it like this. Oh, by the way, all of my brushes are synthetic. Check out Eco Tools, they have a lot of great options and like little kits and stuff. So I'm going to run that down the sides of my nose. And I'm also going to run it across this part of my nose. Just trust me, it makes your nose look a little cute and lifted. and as well as under the nose. All right, just like that. Next, I'm gonna go in with blush. So since this is a fall look, I'm not gonna go so much for this bright shade, and I think I'm gonna mix these two over here. They are called Flamingo and Passport. You can probably guess I bought this palette during summertime. So I'm just going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks, right here. You can smile to find them. It's no secret that vegan is the hot selling trend these days. And companies are smart to jump into that and market their products accordingly. Oh, so I just put a little bit on my nose. I like to do that for, I don't know, I feel like it just adds some glow, makes us look more youthful. So our face is mostly done. I like to save the highlighter for the very last step because I think yeah. Anyway, moving on to eyes. I recently bought this palette by Wet n Wild. It has a lot of beautiful fall-inspired shades, a lot of warm tones in there. And just be careful when buying palettes that do have these sort of warm tone shades, because a lot of them use carmine, which are crushed up beetles, and that's not nice. So luckily Wet n Wild is a 100% vegan and cruelty-free company as well, so it just makes buying makeup super easy. So to start off the eyes, I am going to use this first color here. It's marked transition shade, so we're gonna put that in the crease of our eye to just add some definition. So a nice medium tone brown in sort of a warmer pigmentation is great to use for a transition shade. It'll help just whatever eyeshadow we put on the lid to blend into our brow bone better. So I'm just gonna keep blending that out here. So according to one study, the rate of people who identify as vegan has grown by 600%. 6% of the total US population now follows a vegan lifestyle. Isn't that crazy? And while we're at it with that shade, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit to my lower lash line as well. And same thing, this is a fluffy brush, you can just squeeze it like this and pop it onto the lower lash line for some more definition. So now I'm going to add in those fall shades. I want to start off with this warm tone brown here, and then we're gonna follow up with more of this reddish tone. So just using the same exact brush, I'm going to dip into this color right here, and we're going to add a little bit more definition to the eye. So I'm just going to start by patting where I want that color to go, like this. So now I have where I want my color to be. I'm just going to drag it in towards the inner corner like this, and feather out the edge lightly. So I'm just going to repeat the same step to the other eye, this time picking up a little bit less because now I realize these shadows are pigmented, which is awesome. This palette was actually on sale. I think it was only like $3, which is insane. So I'm just going to take a touch of this darker red shade here and add that to the very outer corner of my eye. So a lot of folks really don't know what goes into product testing or testing makeup products on animals, and it's really awful. So during painful tests, the animals are restrained and forced to swallow or inhale massive quantities of test substances, or endure the pain of having chemicals applied to their sensitive eyes and to their skin. Just put yourself in their shoes. Would you want that to happen to you? No. So why support that cruelty when there are so many other amazing companies out there who refuse to do that? So if you think your eyeshadow has come up a little bit high like mine, you can go ahead and wipe off your brush and just sort of softly blend things out a little bit more. so you don't want any harsh edges. I love these fall shades. So if you want to keep it matte, you can just leave it like this. But if you like a little bit of shimmer, we can go ahead and add a sparkly shade. So I have two options here. I can either take this more champagne shimmer shade or this gold one. I think I'm feeling the gold. Let's go all out for this fall look. And I find to get the best pigmentation of a shimmery shade, you can just go ahead and use your finger, because sometimes brushes just don't do as well when keeping the impact of the color. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my ring finger, and I'm just going to pat that on my eyelid and move it more towards the inner corner of my eye. Pretty. We'll do the same thing. Nice. And I'm actually gonna go back to that blush palette that I have, and I'm gonna be taking this highlight shade right here, and I'm gonna pop a little bit in the inner corner of my eye. And you can just blend that in with the gold shade, and it just brightens everything up. So next I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows, and there is a great matte brown shade in this palette, so I'm just gonna use that, and I'll come right back to you because my eyebrows take a little bit of time. Okay, mascara is on, now let's move on to lips. Another great brand that you can find at the drugstore that is also cruelty-free with some vegan options as well is Milani. So I got this Milani lip pencil right here. It's in the color Spice, and it's their color statement lip liner, True Instant Color. So I just like to line the outside of my lips, kind of overline a little bit just to cheat them, but yeah, I can't talk and use at the same time. And then I'll just go ahead and fill in my lips with the pencil. Just like that. I love this shade. So of course, going back to my Tarte palette, I'm just gonna pick up this shade right here. I'm just going to highlight the tip of my nose, like this. And I also like to add a little bit to my nose bridge, like so. And for the cheeks, I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my synthetic fan brush and add it to my cheekbones, like that. Nice and subtle. Ooh, I almost forgot, I have lip gloss. So clear lip gloss is back, guys. So I have this Wet n Wild clear lip gloss, just to add some extra shine. Yeah. So the final step is to set the entire face with a makeup setting spray. My favorite one is by Urban Decay, and it's called All Nighter. And I don't have the full size with me. I'm a little travel size guy because I'm flying after this. But yeah, so basically, you just spray your face like this. Vegan and cruelty-free, of course. I also love Urban Decay. They have some great stuff. All right, so that about completes the look. So what do you guys think of my fall-inspired look? Everything I used was all vegan and cruelty-free, which means no animals were harmed. Go ahead and click the link in our comment section to use our PETA Beauty Without Bunnies searchable database and start shopping vegan and cruelty-free today.